Thanks, Nashoba. I am Laura Friend, the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning. Last year, our district came together to discuss and collaborate on our vision for our Nashoba graduates as they move on from us into the world of school, work, and life. These discussions included the hopes, dreams, and aspirations that our Nashoba community has for our students. They also included dialogue about the skills and mindsets our students need for success in this rapidly changing and complex world in which we find ourselves. The result? Our portrait of a Nashoba graduate with the identification of 6 core competencies to include communication, creativity, empathy, culturally competent global citizenship, learner's mindset, and perseverance. Pretty impressive, right? So what do we do with these competencies? How do we bring them to life? Well, back in December, the Department of Teaching and Learning sent out a solicitation. That was a solicitation to our graduates from the past 10 years, 2012 to 2022, titled, Where Are You Now, Nashoba? Our goal was to listen and learn from our graduates. We wanted to hear from them. What skills and competencies did our graduates learn while they were with us at Nashoba, K-12, maybe even pre-K-12? And what skills and competencies are our graduates finding critical in their life after Nashoba? What do they wish that perhaps we had supported them with a bit more? Well, we received 78 responses in written and interview form. We took all of the respondents' feedback and we compiled this video, which we are so excited to share with all of you. What do our graduates tell us, and how can we learn from their insight as we work to support our current and future students? Listen on to find out. Welcome to our Voices of Nashoba video. Tell us your name, your year of graduation, and what are you up to?
Hi guys, I'm Melissa. I graduated in 2019 and right now I'm a senior finishing up my last semester at UNH as a business administration major with a dual option in marketing and information systems and business analytics.
Patrick Arsenault. I graduated in 2021. I'm currently at Fairfield University and I'm a marketing major with a Spanish minor, and I'm also on the rowing team here at Fairfield.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Bagdian-Boone. I graduated in 2012. Right now I'm in my last semester of my graduate degree studying landscape architecture at UMass Amherst.
Yes, so my name is Jake Eastman. I graduated in Nashoba in 2020. I'm currently a junior at Bentley University. I transferred here after 1 year up at St. Lawrence University. And here at Bentley, I'm on the swim team and have been on the Dean's List for 3 semesters out of the 4 that I've been here.
Hi, my name is Matthew Bolins. I graduated from Nashoba Regional High School in 2014. Since then, I went to college at Calvin College out in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I studied mechanical engineering and economics. After that, I worked for a couple of years as a consulting product development engineer, basically designing and prototyping new products. Really enjoyed it, and then for the last 3 years, I came back to grad school at the University of Michigan, where I'm just about to wrap up my MBA and Master's in Sustainability dual degree program.
My name is Jessica Beck. I graduated in 2022, and I'm a freshman at Fordham University studying communications and journalism.
My name is Evelyn Gordon-Ozaiden. I graduated Nashoba in 2022, and I'm now going to Clark University in Worcester, Massachusetts.
I went by the name B when I was at Nashoba. I graduated in the class of 2012 at Nashoba. Since then, I've had many experiences. I ended up transferring into Northeastern's business program, which provided me flexibility in my coursework and the ability to go all over the world.
So my name is Ethan Revel. I was a graduate of 2021. Right now I am at Mount Wachusett Community College after a short stint at Worcester State University. I am in their automotive systems technology program, going for the automotive system technology degree.
My name is Shane Brogan. I'm a Nashoba graduate of 2016. Yeah, it seems so long ago now. And what I'm up to is I work as a software consultant and sort of in the tech IT realm of the world right now.
My name is Ross Cressman. I am the son of Dr. Corey Cressman, who's currently a teacher in Nashoba and was when I was there as well. I graduated Nashoba in 2014, and these days I graduated from UMass Lowell in 2018 with my bachelor's of exercise physiology, and then went straight into grad school to get my doctorate of physical therapy, which I graduated in May of 2021, and I've been practicing as a physical therapist ever since.
Dustin Lavoli, I graduated Nashoba in 2015. And then I went on to graduate at UMass Amherst in 2019. Then I worked for a year, went back to college, to Boston College, got my master's in finance there, worked at Wells Fargo in Boston for about a year, and then I actually just took a job in Colorado and Denver in capital markets.
My name is Abby Blackmore. I graduated Nashoba in 2019, and I am currently a master's student at Quinnipiac University.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Ryan. I am from the Nashoba graduating class of 2010. Currently I am a vestibular audiologist, meaning I specialize in the diagnosis and testing of balance disorders of the inner ear. I have previously worked for NASA, home of the astronaut. I have worked for the Veterans Health Administration for about 8 years, and I also worked to improve diagnostic abilities for active duty special forces men and women who suffered traumatic brain injuries in the line of duty. I've also served as a liaison for multidisciplinary clinics amongst the Veterans Hospital, but now I am at the UMass Memorial Hospital working to improve diagnostic testing for balance disorders for the great state of Massachusetts.
Lena Nays, I graduated back in 2019, and I'm currently a news producer for an ABC station out in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
My name is Ethan Weiner. I graduated Nashoba in 2020. Throughout my time in Nashoba, I did a lot with sports video. I ran Weiner Films. Covered a lot of high school sports in the area. Since then, it's kind of died down. I developed a passion for transit, and I drive the Green Line in Boston for the MBTA.
Hi, my name is Erin McNamer, and I'm a 2017 Nashoba graduate. I currently work at UMass Lowell as a coordinator of enrollment events.
I'm Beckett Story. I graduated in the year of 2022.
Thank you. What are you up to now? Tell us.
I am a freshman at UMass Amherst, and I am a radio broadcaster for the women's basketball team.
My name's Wilson Fay. I graduated from Nashoba in 2015, and currently I'm out in Madison, Wisconsin, and I work currently as an attorney for the University of Wisconsin system, supporting their entrepreneurship efforts, kind of grow out the startup and entrepreneurial ecosystem there.
I'm Andrew Spratt, and I graduated in 2022.
What are you up to now?
So now I'm working as an AV tech for a company called Stage Edge. So I'm setting up speakers and running cables and then mixing audio.
What skills and competencies did you learn while you were here with us at Nashoba that have really helped you, either in college or just in life in general?
Some of the most helpful things I learned in high school at Nashoba were strong core competencies in math, science, and communication that served me very well in engineering and in business school. Gaining the knowledge in high school that with enough perseverance and hard work, I could apply myself and learn anything or overcome any challenge was really, really huge, and a skill I've been able to apply in everything going forward. And then finally, gaining the curiosity to just always push myself to learn more, to ask questions, to dig deeper, has served me really well.
More with like the writing aspect, for example, like we do quite a bit of writing here at Nashoba, which is awesome because I do so much writing at college.
These and skills that I think I developed while at Nashoba are perseverance, creativity, and just an overall expanded interest in learning.
During my time at Nashoba was just how to be an empathetic person. I oversee our campus tour guides, orientation leaders, and I feel that in my role as a supervisor, it's critical for me to have that sense of empathy and be able to understand where these students are coming from.
Nashoba really brought a couple of skills that I still use to this day. The critical thinking, you use that in any job, even if it's not finance, like that's something you need to be good at.
During my time at Nashoba, a couple of things that I learned sort of as life skills was a tremendous amount of compassion and empathy, as well as perseverance and that learner's mindset. I actually failed my chemistry class with Dr. Murphy. Well, nearly failed. He actually stayed after school with me for weeks to help me catch up and do better and learn the experiments that I was missing. Mr. Poirier actually showed me a tremendous amount of compassion and empathy when I was going through a lot of medical things that needed a lot more help and attention with my academics. What this did was it instilled in me to keep going, to keep trying, and to explore maybe subjects or information that was more difficult for me. If I hadn't really been shown that by Dr. Murphy in science classes, I may not have pursued STEM at all.
When I was my sophomore year, I was in AP Biology with Mrs. Dumais, and also some empathy. I was trying my hardest, but I really wasn't doing well at all. And Mrs. Dumais noticed something was potentially going on with me, and then eventually this all led to me being tested by a neurologist, and they diagnosed me with executive functioning disorder. I've had many concussions when I was young, just because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, not because of sports, which I did all my life, but I had to really revamp how I was able to study so that it worked for me. And so Mrs. Dumais stuck with me through that, and I was able to work through and figure out how to learn myself, and again, was able to even potentially get to a doctoral degree, which is something that if I didn't revamp how I was learning, there's no way I would have been able to do all that advanced work.
You know, I was born and raised through the Nashoba school system throughout all of the middle school, elementary school, and whatnot. And basically staying hungry to learn, I guess, is probably something that, proved the most beneficial for my time at Nashoba.
The community at Nashoba was supportive of each other, was supportive. I think that really helped my experience a lot, because if people weren't supportive of me, then I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily been supportive of myself. So
I kind of really took away from my time at Nashoba is like my passion for learning and just kind of the underlying curiosity I kind of have about the world. I think that really led me to kind of go and pursue my degree at Ithaca and then law school, and then even today in my career I work with vast varieties of entrepreneurs and startups, and I kind of understand basics of advice and how to navigate stuff, but there's always brand new technology and very innovative things they're doing. So I always get excited kind of learning about the new projects they have and kind of going in with an open mind and hearing what they have. And I think that really goes back to my time at Nashoba. I've always kind of been curious and liked to learn, but I think some of the classes and opportunities I had at Nashoba really kind of piqued that interest that kind of followed me throughout my career and education.
It's okay to be stressed about things, but also how to kind of, put things in perspective a bit. And I think I did learn that at Nashoba.
Do you have any other advice for our Nashoba educators as we work to support and teach our current and our future students?
I think, personally, keep doing DECA. I personally loved it. Definitely didn't go out the window once I got to UNH. It was really helpful in the fact that I kind of built my leadership skills and the basis of like my communicating skills with other people. It was really the first kind of club and organization where I kind of felt, okay, like this is me going into the real world after high school. You really do get that one-on-one interactions with companies and other people. It is what I would call like a semester-long project where you are just kind of constantly doing something, and it kind of like creates that spark of like creativity with students, because depending on what kind of little competition you choose to be in, you have to think of solutions, and I think problem solving is very important in the real world. Yes, if you get a job, you can always do what's on paper, like XYZ, but I think employers are really looking for the people who can think outside of the box, have that creativity mindset, that growth mindset, and solve a problem and adapt to whatever they may get thrown at.
Just to be as empathetic and supportive of these kids as possible.
Let them have the freedom to be able to express what they wanted to.
Creativity is something that is really important. Just if you let your students be creative and say, yeah, of course you can do that essay from that really weird topic, or like, yeah, like let's try that like really cool business idea. Let's just letting them try things that might be out of the ordinary would first of all give them the confidence to try that later in life, whether it be in college or like post-grad when it counts more. Just like giving them the confidence to be able to do that, and then also just fostering that so that, you know, they have this crazy idea now, it's maybe not that crazy, but then later on down the line they can have these really crazy ideas that could be like the next great thing. Just
make sure you're listening a lot, kind of like having like a personal one-on-one relationship where like your students really feel like they can approach you and talk to you.
I hope Nashoba also works to remove barriers, financial and administrative, and any other barriers to help students participate fully and get the full experience at Nashoba.
I struggled a lot in high school with how much there was to do, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And I feel like it was important to be able to push through that so I could get to do what I wanted.
Being able to see everything that we were doing in classrooms being applied to the real world.
What makes you smile when you think of Nashoba?
When I think of Nashoba, I think it's the teachers there are very accepting. They are very knowledgeable people. They've helped in ways that they don't know because I'm not there anymore. And it was just, they were nice.
What makes me smile when I think of Nashoba is by far the faculty and the community. I think, you know, I have teachers that have stuck with me from every single school, like from elementary school to middle school to high school. I have teachers that I'm like, you know, if they weren't there, I wonder how different I would be because they influenced me so much. So I think, what makes me smile most is the teachers that care.
Nashoba alum here at Bentley. So whenever I see them, I just like to see the green. I'm wearing green now. I like to see the green, and I like to see, the wolf. I like to see the pride that we used to have when we were all together, and the connections that I made in Nashoba. Just being able to call somebody out, in the dining hall, and for them to wave back and smile at me, that makes me smile a lot.
A lot of good memories, but memories from things that I did not expect to get. I mean, like, I hated math. I was horrible at math, but I'll think about like the time when I was in math class and my teacher gave us like, oh, you got a certificate because you were like the most spirited, or you asked the most questions. So just the times that teachers really put in the effort to make people, I guess, want to be there, because especially in like classes that you are not good at, you feel like you don't really want to go to them. If a teacher is making the effort to support you and to make you feel like a little bit better about yourself, then you're gonna like the class a little bit more. So I think about those times. Yeah.
What makes me smile is kind of the more personal relationships. Obviously, I loved the education, and I talked about how it kind of really sparked my passion for learning. But I think with most aspects in life and all my journeys, I've always kind of valued those personal relationships, and still being very close with some of the people that I went to high school with. That's really what kind of makes me smile.
When I grow up, I want to be a respectful, kindness, and love.